KC's Corner here on 97.5 KDEE. Late October, you know what that means. Basketball season is around the corner. We are done with the preseason, and it is about time for the regular season to kick off. The Sacramento Kings, your beloved Sacramento Kings, they start the season next week in Phoenix against the Phoenix Suns before they have their home opener Friday night at home against the Portland Trail Blazers. And so you guys know that I have been saying at the mountaintop since the end of last season, all summer, Sacramento Kings are a playoff team. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to, end that playoff drought. And I'm not running that back just yet. I'm not getting off that ledge yet. I still think that this team is a playoff team. I think they have the talent. I think that talent is really going to grow. But there's a couple things that are starting to bother me a little bit. And the first thing that's starting to bother me, the most important thing that's starting to bother me, is Buddy Hield's contract situation. And it's not Buddy Hield per se. All right, I like Buddy Hield. But what's been going on with this contract situation, it's just not a good look to me. It's not a good look. It's not good vibes down at David Stern Way. Is that what it is? David Stern Way or David Stern Walk? Whatever. Go to One Center. It's not good vibes. Buddy Hield, if you don't know, he's up for a contract extension off his rookie contract. He's eligible for one right now. He's still going to play 1 more year under the rookie contract. But if him and the Kings can come to an agreement, they can lock him up for another 4 or 5 years or whatever the case may be. They have till Monday to make that deal happen. And typically with these things, they would have happened by now. This one hasn't happened by now. Buddy Hield's not happy about it. He wants a new deal. He wants it in place. And the problem is he is very vocal right now. He is very adamant about how he wants a new deal right now, and he wants a certain type of deal. So apparently, the Kings came in, earlier in the week and offered him a 4-year, $90 million extension. Buddy and his team supposedly want 4 years, $110 million. The max he could get is like 4 years, $150 million, whatever the case may be. He's not getting the max. But he wants about $110 million. The Kings started off the negotiations at $90 million. And I'm not going to be that type of guy to be like, oh, $90 million. Like, we got firefighters to make less. Obviously. All right. We're not going there. This is a different world when we're talking about different type of money. But I think 4 years, $90 million for Buddy Hield is extremely fair. And he said earlier, he told the Sacramento Bee earlier that he doesn't have to be a max player, but he doesn't want to be insulted with the offer. And he said 4 years, $90 million was an insulting offer. I don't think that's insulting at all. I really don't. I don't think that's insulting at all. That day that all this came out, the Kings played their last preseason game of the season against Melbourne or whoever it was. And then after the game, Buddy Hield sounded off in the locker room about the contract situation. We got a couple of those quotes. Jazz, you got them lined up. Good. Here we go. Here's Buddy Hield on his contract extension.
I don't know, man. I don't even know if things gonna get done. If it don't get done, then after that, me and my team gotta look somewhere else and look for probably another home. But until then, we'll see if they really serious about having me here. That's the goal, to be here. And I love Sacramento, but if they don't want me here, and they don't feel that I'm the part of the core.
Hold on. Let me just stop it right there. Come on, man. Come on. That's what we're really saying. If they don't want me here, they offered you 4 years, $90 million, buddy. If they don't want you, come on, man. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Go ahead, play it again.
I like respect and loyalty, and I feel like I'm part of the group that's getting the team back where it needs to be. So, like I said, I want to be here, and they don't want me here. Find somebody to be else.
See, he shouldn't have said that, in my opinion. He shouldn't have gone there. What do you mean? Then I'll look for another home. How did we get here? Where all of a sudden you're talking about, I'll look for another home. Fam, you're a restricted free agent, number one. So the Kings can match any deal that any team might want to give you in the offseason. And number two, like, once again, how did we get here? How's it all of a sudden I'll look for another home if they don't want me? Once again, they offered you 4 years, $90 million. That shows me that they want you around. Just saying. Then Buddy went on, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that this wasn't intentional. It was indirectly. But he took a bunch of shots at the city and the franchise. Not feeling it. Here's what he had to say.
My job is to go there and chill every night so I can be that max player. So I feel like, especially like a low market like this, Sacramento, like you guys been covering basketball your life, and being one big free agent that came to Sacramento. And I've been here 3 years and trying to grow the program, grow the organization, and I feel like I can be rewarded close to that. But that's me. That's off my gut feeling. But
okay, all right. Now, the fact that first of all, he's telling the truth. All right, let's start with there. He's telling the truth. There has been no major free agents to come to Sacramento. There isn't. But the low market, the fact that this franchise is trying to turn themselves around, and you bring back up again that nobody's coming here, saying as if nobody wants to come here, whatever the case may be. All this is stuff that doesn't need to be said. It does not need to be said. And I'm from the you see this a lot in boxing. I'm from the boxing school where, the smart guys, the smart promoters, they say never negotiate through the public. And that's exactly what Buddy Hield is trying to do here. And I'm not feeling it. Now, let me be clear again. I love me some Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is my guy. I think he is a huge part of what this team needs for what they're trying to do and the level they're trying to get to, that championship level. Buddy Hield needs to be here. And if Buddy Hield wants 4 years, $110 million, if I was Vlade Divac, if I was Vivek Ranadive, I'd probably end up giving it to him. I have no problem with Buddy wanting $110 million. Like I said, I'd give it to him. But let me also be clear when I say this. What has Buddy Hield done in this league to be insulted by a 4-year, $90 million offer? He's had one really, really good season, and his team won 39 games, didn't make the playoffs. Matter of fact, they were 10 games out of the final playoff spot. He hasn't made an all-star team. He hasn't even sniffed an all-NBA team. And you're insulted by 4 years, $90 million? Buddy Hield is a good guy. Buddy Hield is a really good guy. Good man. He's getting bad advice right now. He's getting bad advice right now because 4 years, $90 million, especially when you consider that if, we're talking about winning here. I know this is a business and people are trying to get their money. I get that. I'm not here to get in nobody's pockets. But if you tell me that you're trying to build a franchise and you're trying to build this organization and you want to be a part of this core and you want to build it, hey, you're not going to be able to get all the money in the pot because De'Aaron Fox needs to be paid. Marvin Bagley needs to be paid. Bogdan Bogdanovic needs to be paid. If they want to bring in some kind of free agents in the future, they need to be paid. So, I'm just saying. Him saying, I think $90 million is a fair deal. If they want to meet in the middle and go 100, I think that would be perfect. All right. But let's not say you were insulted by a 4-year, $90 million offer. And the thing that bothers me about this is last year when the Kings were going into the season, I went to the media day. I would hear these guys speak before games, after practices, things of that nature. And they were so hyped up to play, right? They really wanted to get out there. They were really happy and really enthused by what they were doing in training camp, the pace of play that they were starting to play at. They were feeling good. They were talking about playoffs last year. And I know all of us were looking at them crazy. And they're like, our goal is to make the playoffs. We're like, what are you talking about? You're going to be one of the worst teams in the league this year. You guys are 20, 21 years old. There's no way you guys are making the playoffs. And they came out and with their hair on fire and gave this city one of the best seasons they've had in the last decade. Played great basketball. This year in the preseason, all I've heard is about contracts and insults. And that's not good vibes. That's not good vibes, especially for a team, I'm going to keep it real, who hasn't done anything in this league yet. This is a group of guys who have not achieved anything in this league yet. They missed the playoffs last year. They were 10 games out of the playoff spot. So they have nothing else they should be focused on instead of getting into the playoffs. And once again, I know this is professional sports. I know people are trying to get paid. But this is just, like I said, this is bad vibes to come into the season with. I'm not feeling it. And then everybody's got to get asked about this. You're asking Trevor Ariza, you're asking De'Aaron Fox, you're asking Luke Walton about Buddy Hield's contract. Let's not negotiate through the media. Can we not do that? All right? Then the other thing that's bothering me and really concerning me is Harry Giles has been nowhere to be found this preseason. He hasn't played in the preseason. He's not been cleared to practice. He's not going to be ready to start the season. Where did all this come from? We just talked to him at media day. He said he was ready to go. He has left knee soreness. I'm concerned. I'm really concerned about that because 3 years removed from surgery and everything that's going on, I would hope that he would be able to play in practice. Maybe he's not fully where he's supposed to be skills wise and all this other stuff, but I thought we were past the knee soreness and everything. And now he's not going to be able to start the season. That worries me. That worries me. So, like I started off, I said, I'm still staying with the Kings to make that 8th seed. I love what I saw from Marvin Bagley in this preseason. De'Aaron Fox looked like he's ready to take it up to another level. Buddy Hield played great when he was in there. You know what I mean? Bogdan Bogdanovic played great when he was in there. Rashawn Holmes looks good. I love what I'm seeing from this team. I still think they're going to make the playoffs this year. But as of today, I don't like the vibes, and they need to be changed. The vibes need to be changed. So we will see how this team performs to start the season. They got Phoenix on Wednesday. They got Portland on Friday. And I think they got Utah on Saturday to start the season. So we will see how things go with the Sacramento Kings. I got one more segment on the dock. I got a little buddy of mine coming in. He's a young MMA fighter, 10-year-old MMA fighter. I didn't stutter. This dude's 10 years old, fighting in an MMA fight this weekend. I'm going to have him come on the show and tell me a little bit about his journey and everything that he has going on as he's going into a pretty cool event taking place on Saturday. So we'll get that going on the other side. Right now, a little music, a little Blackstreet. No diggity, no doubt. Here on KC's Corner on 97.5 KDEE.